Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this installment of Dads on Wrestling. I am the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams.
And you know who I am. No nicknames needed as usual. I am Jeff Meacham. And the reason I have a 3-up is not for Chris Candido in the Triple Threat, although I did reference that just a second ago. This is another
3D?
Not 3D for the Dudley Boys or the Team 3D. No, not Hustle Any Respect. Okay. Although Lord knows we should get some every once in a while on this show. God damn it.
And I have to wear a hat because apparently my big old head is offensive to people.
Well, especially when you're sitting over there and the light's like beaming off the part you shade.
It's better than beaming off of your ginger ass.
This is a true statement. We are running into time already. All I gotta say is, we are here for a 3-parter, and all 3 parts are
Stat Boy approved, baby.
We are talking about the history, the Regal, not the Commissioner, of the Survivor Series. Although he's in here somewhere. He's in here somewhere. Right around here is where he is, but he gets punked the next time on Raw. So anyway, Survivor Series goes back. This is the 25th Survivor Series this year, coming up in about 2 weeks, which means if you divide that up into 3 parts, that's 8 Survivor Series for those of you mathematicians out there. We're going to talk about 1987 to 1994, this first part. And the original conception of Survivor Series, Jay, for those of you that don't know, to capitalize on the massive feud that was Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
I know all about this because I was just reading about this in Andre the Giant's book.
Yeah, I'm sure you were, because Andre's book, it looks awesome.
It is very awesome.
This kind of looks like a bar for me. I'm into Rey Mysterio finally. I'm into the WCW issue, the part of Rey Mysterio. Then I got the Russo book, the second one, and then Andre. Yeah. Anyway, first 4 of these took place on Thanksgiving Thursday. If it wasn't if you had to deal with crazy relatives and hopefully decent turkey when you went up to your mom's house, then you had 3 hours of non-stop WWF action to deal with.
That's right, baby. Back when it was still the F.
That's
and
right.
when it was still good to watch.
And then,
not like this garbage that gets force-fed down our throats every Monday and Friday.
Well, we'll get to that on part 3.
Yeah.
Part 3, we'll get to that. The next 4 after the first 4 came on Thanksgiving Eve, which means your mom was like basting the turkey and getting it ready to put it in the oven the next morning and getting it ready to go. But you were in there on Wednesday afternoon watching the Survivor Series.
I'm noticing something though, the way you split these up. Before we get too in depth in any of these, you've basically got the Hogan administration, the Rock administration, and the C Nation.
This is very true. I do have that.
By the way that the years are broken up, you've basically got the unstoppable icon of each era.
I do. I didn't mean to.
At the forefront of each thing. 1987, like Jeff said, to capitalize on the Hogan-Andre feud.
Andre's team and Hogan's team went to a 9-elimination finish before Andre was the sole survivor. Yes. And it showed that Andre, at points, had the power over Hulkamania.
Yes.
But the big one for me in this 1987 pay-per-view was a 20-man, not 20-team, 10-team,
20-man
elimination match. They had to have 19, I do believe, eliminations. Maybe once you eliminate one, you eliminate the team, because they did it in 92 also with the Natural Disaster. We'll get to that in a minute. But 20 guys in one match, and it wasn't a Battle Royal.
Yeah.
The entire aprons were filled up, and they did it 2 years ago. They did it in 88 too. Oh my God. Crazy how you had Strike Force, the Young Stallions. You're going, who? Jim Powers and
that guy that should have never been a horseman, but for some reason was a horseman.
That's right. The Rougeaus, the Killer Bees, baby, and the British Bulldogs against the Hearts, the Islanders, Demolition, the Bolsheviks, the precursors to the Brothers Derevko,
yeah,
and the New Dream Team.
I must break you.
That's right. Nothing to do with him, but he's still Russian, so it's okay. You had that, and then just the women's match, Sherry's team versus Moolah's team.
The women's Survivor Series elimination match.
Which is very rare and few and far between. You had a couple of those sprinkled in over the years, but very rare.
Not many of them.
Not many of them. More of the time after 91, 92, when they started doing more individual matches, did the girls come in and one-on-one encounters. Or 95, they had a tag encounter, elimination encounter with Aja Kong's team against Alundra Blaze's team, but that was a clusterfuck. Then you move on to 88. And there's 2 big things from an 88, Jay.
Okay.
The Powers of Pain go in as baby faces against Demolition's team.
Mm-hmm. Who were the heels at the time, correct?
Demolition, managed by Mr. Fuji. And by the end of that match, Fuji not only turned on Demolition and cost them their elimination, But the Powers of Pain picked up Mr. Fuji from getting beat down and walked to the back with him. Mr. Fuji all of a sudden is managing Warlord the Barbarian.
So we had a complete
double
turn
switch
for both teams in one match.
So for those of you who think that Bret Hart Stone Cold was the first ever double switch, oh no. Oh no. This happened in 1988. Before Bret was even a super duper single star. Before Stone Cold was even in WCW.
Yeah, he was still in
training
class, right?
Yeah, he wasn't there. He was still training, if you can believe that. And then the Mega Powers co-captain their team into victory. Savage gets his butt with most of the match. Hogan gets the hot tag, of course. Gets the leg drop, of
five
course.
moves of doom.
3. Punch, boot, leg drop. It's 5. You're right. It's 5. 3 punches. I forgot. There are 3 punches in the 5 moves of doom for Hulk Hogan. And then as Hulk celebrates with Liz, Randy gives the look like, hey. It starts the bubble swirling. Starts the turn that leads to the Mega Power Explosion at WrestleMania 5, which we talked about so many months ago on this program.
Yes.
Been there. 89, a change in the scenery, if you will. Mm-hmm. No more 5-on-5, at least for the time being. Went down to 4-on-4. Yep. 89 also featured the first time that Hulk Hogan was not in the main event of the Survivor Series. They felt confident enough in the Ultimate Warrior and his Intercontinental Champion-led team to face the Heenan family, and they won.
Yeah.
Hogan, of course, survived, because it's Hogan. But he was not the main event. Very rare occurrence for the Hulkster not being the main event of any pay-per-view, let alone a team-led pay-per-view.
Kind of like today.
Kind of like today, where you see the Mr. Man who does this not in the main event. It does happen, but it's very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare that you can't see him in a main event.
This is very true. Very true. Very true.
If you smell what I'm cooking.
No, that's here. Seen it here. Pay attention to the run sheet, Jay.
Sorry, dude.
Damn it. That's okay. You're forgiven because now it gets 1990.
Yes.
Yours, the first one that you saw.
Series. I didn't see it in 1990.
No, of course not.
But it's the earliest one that I have seen in its entirety.
And who, pray tell, JJ, debuted at that monumental event?
The Gobbledygooker.
That is absolutely correct. Out of that big ol' egg, Dancing with Mean Gene Okerlund. It was the monumental thing that we couldn't wait to see.
And it was a Guerrero.
It was a Guerrero.
Proving that the McMahon family has always held the Guerreros down until 2004 when Eddie got his title.
And that's down here. Eddie was not
but
champion
that wasn't
at the time.
even
It wasn't even Survivor Series. I know, damn it. They're always screw people at Survivor Series. No. Alright, let's be real, y'all. Who showed up at 1990 Survivor Series on the $1 Million team?
Brother Love.
He was already there. He didn't debut.
But
he led The Undertaker down the aisle for the very first time. And within 1 year, pretty much 1 year because it was Thanksgiving Eve, the next year, that The Undertaker won the WWF Championship.
For the first time.
First time ever. And 1990 was also...
He automatically went to my face, 5 dog.
Booker's supposed to be behind the camera. You're not supposed to give away the gimmick. You're Booker T.
You're killing me, Smalls.
We're not supposed to know you're Booker T.
You're killing me, Smalls.
We're not supposed to know that John Laurinaitis is really the guy that plays John Laurinaitis in here. Kayfabe is dead up in Constantine Team Studios today.
Kayfabe's been dead since somebody does a certain videotape for a certain other company.
That's right, I did. I did it.
God damn it.
Did it. And you know what? I'm back with WoW. That's right. And we're coming here on the December 10th to your hometown, sucker. Right. That's right. And we're going to have fun.
Suckers got to know, dog.
Suckers got to know. And why are we talking like black people? I don't know what's going on. Well, actually, you're black. Being really said so.
That's right. I am an honorary African-American, baby.
That's right. And the other one's walking out of the room, which is...
The only legit one in the house just walked off.
Which is fine because he was shaking the camera every time he giggled like hysterically anyway.
Well, you know, we did just get to talking about Warriors, so it was the power of the Warriors.
No, 1990 also featured a rare thing in which the survivors of each match came together and wrestled one more tag match.
I was going to ask which year that was because I know it happened a couple times.
Actually, it only happened once.
Oh, okay.
1995.
I thought it happened more than.
You might think of 95 because of the wild card match that got thrown together at the end, which was destined to happen anyway. It was already scheduled. 1990 had Hogan, Warrior, and Tito against a bevy of heels.
Yeah.
And Hogan and Warrior, of course, survived.
Of course they did, because it's Hogan. And
they were leading toward Hogan Warrior 2 at WrestleMania 7, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, thank God.
And then 91, like I said, Undertaker brings his A game to the Survivor Series, and with the help of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, becomes WWF, yes I said it, champion.
Yeah.
And the only time you had a 3-on-3 elimination match at Survivor Series. Sid Justice was supposed to captain the team, Sid Vicious of course, against Jake Roberts' team. Sid tore his bicep. So they did some sort of angle where Jake was removed and Sid was removed, so it was the LOD and the Boss Man, I believe, against IRS and Natural Disasters. And of course, the face team wins, because it was early 90s WWF. The faces always win, except for Undertaker. He was a badass. 1992, a change on the guard once again. Only one 4-on-4 elimination match. And not only that, but they were teams. It was the Natural Disasters and the Nasty Boys against Money Incorporated and the Beverly Brothers.
Okay.
If one member of the team got pinned, both guys were gone.
Okay.
Rather quick match, to say the least. I believe the Nasty Boys survived that. Didn't really read that in my notes. I was just trying to get the fact that there was only one match of Survivor Series that was elimination. Then you had the debut of 2 matches. The Nightstick match between the Big Boss Man and the original Kevin Kelly, Nails, who got fired really bad. And then you had the Coffin, later the Casket match. Undertaker and the Double Wide Double Deep for Kamala. Actually, no. Yokozuna was Double Wide Double Deep. But Kamala got the first one.
Okay.
First one would be Lady Coffin. It was a year-long thing. It started like before SummerSlam. They fought. Kamala got scared of the urn. He got scared of Taker. And then over the course of SummerSlam, the Survivor Series, you see Taker just building the casket piece by piece. With the Paul Bearer voice that only somebody else in this house can do. And he's not here again.
God damn it.
So, oh well.
Welcome to my parlor. It's not as good as the other one. No offense, Double A.
Not as good.
Brief cameo. Shout out to Double A running the camera once again.
Yes, back in.
I don't know when, in God's sake, he'll get in front of a camera, but you know.
We will find a way. We'll give him some sort of topic to bite into.
He's scared, I think.
He is scared.
I ain't scared.
He's scared because people are still vicious half the time.
That's right.
All right, 93. The first time a non-WWF championship was contested at a Survivor Series.
And changed hands.
And changed hands at that. The Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, lost to the, of course, Jim Cornette-led Heavenly Bodies, Dr. Tom and Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey.
There we go.
There you go. 93 also was the start of the highly successful angle between Bret and Owen Hart.
Right.
Because you had the 4-on-4 match, Bret and his brothers versus Shawn Michaels, not Jerry Lawler, and the Knights. One of which was, I believe, the Brooklyn Brawler, which he's in everything. So, and you had Owen, the only one that was eliminated, and he got a little pissy.
Of course he did.
And then
I would have been too.
Right?
It's like, dude, you got 2 brothers up on the freaking apron that haven't set foot in a WWE ring ever, I don't think, until, WrestleMania 25.
Right.
And I'm the one that gets eliminated?
That's bullshit. But they reconciled for a minute, and then Owen got mad again at the Royal Rumble 94, and then boom, they were off to the races.
That's right, baby. One of the best feuds of all time, in my opinion. I'd like to see a Greatest Rivalries disc on Bret versus Owen. But a certain somebody that is holding on to the estate of her fallen husband. You like what I did there, fallen husband?
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, won't let something like that happen.
Damn. Speaking of 94 and the Bret Owen angle, we led into the 94 Survivor Series.
There you go.
And arguably the most ridiculous match in Survivor Series history, Doink and 3 Clown Midgets versus Jerry Lawler and 3 Royal Midgets.
Short people got no reason to. Short people got no reason to live.
They got little hands.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Really, I'm not. If y'all don't know that song, Google it, by Randy Newman. Same guy that does the Toy Story music and I Love L.A. that you hear like every freaking Laker championship celebration.
Oh, wait, wrong hat.
But seriously.
King shirt, there you go. Yeah.
Midgets. I have never been a fan of midgets in wrestling. The only midget I have ever supported is Hornswoggle. And I used to support Rey Mysterio.
And Hornswoggle at the end turned his back on us.
That's right.
At SummerSlam Access. With nothing more than a simple thank you and a brushing off for some bomb Muppet shoelaces.
Damn right.
That little bastard. Oh wait, that's right. I like what he did there. I forgot about that. You had the resolution of the Undertaker-Yokozuna feud in another casket match. And then Bob Backlund with the help of Owen Hart, defeats Bret Hart for the WWF Championship.
I was going to say, I saw the Backlund Bret thing. Isn't this where Owen convinced Mom to throw the towel in on Bret?
With the crocodile tears a-flowing. Bret loses the championship.
That was a good match.
And then Bob reigns for a grand total of 72 hours.
There you go.
And then Big Daddy Cool.
48.
No, it was 3 days. 3 days. Alright, so that's it for part uno, if you will. When we come back, 1995 will kick us off, if we must.
All the way to 2002. So we'll see you in part 2.